Hey guys, so if you're a social media manager and you're tired of, feeling like you've been doing everything that's, from the scratch every single time for each client, you've been editing and doing all of that and repeating tasks that you know that you can have templates for, you don't have a system, you are so disorganized, you don't even know where to start from. This live class is for you. We are talking about the exact system that you need to work as a social media manager and a virtual assistant to have a business, not just a freelancer, so that you have a structure. This class is for you. Hi guys, how are you all doing? Hope you're having a great weekend. So I'm going to be sharing my screen so that you are able to um see what we have for you today. And another thing that I need you to know is that make sure that you're not just watching this video, you have your pen, your paper, so that you can write and keep important information in your journal so that you can go back to it. So let's get to it. Let's get at it, you guys. Meanwhile, before we get at it, where are you watching from? You can just drop that in the comments so that I can welcome you properly. This class is for you whether you're a new social media manager, you're a beginner social media manager, you have the experience, or even if you are just learning, or even if you are a professional social media manager, but you are consistently disorganized, you don't have a streamlined workflow. You are always having anxiety when you have a client that you know that the client can actually afford your services, because you don't know how the right things to say to that client. You don't know what to do. Now this class is for you, so let's get at it. I'm going to be sharing my screen now. um, so yesterday, during the live class yesterday, somebody asked that they need like the exact checklist that you need as a social media manager. The what is it called, the exact checklist, the steps that you need to be able to the workflow, to be able to work seamlessly without being overwhelmed, the exact checklist that I use. So I that was the inspiration that I had, and I was able to come up with this. So you have no systems yet. Here's the exact document that you need to look like a pro social media manager, even if you're just starting out. So let's get at it, you guys. Meanwhile, why should you listen to me? If you are new here, and this is for people that are watching the replay, if you are new here, my name is Natasha Adefala. I'm a social media manager. This December is going to be the fifth year I've been a social media manager, a virtual assistant social media manager. And my experience, I'm teaching this class. I'm having a series where I'm going to be teaching social media managers for free for the whole of August. So if you are new here, I will tell you and advise you to turn on post notification so that you are able to know for any time that I come live, so that um you are able to not miss any of the classes. So let's get at it, you guys. So this course is something that I saw, and I saw that it is very, very important, and it works exactly well with if you have this mindset, you'll be able to work without let me just quickly read it for you. You said when you have a system, you look 10 times more professional, even if you are just starting out. Now, you may feel like, what is this system thing that Natasha is always talking about? Having a system as a social media manager. If you don't have a system, you will not be able to be confident enough to charge your worth, right? You will not even look professional. People will not take you, your clients will not take you serious as you are meant to be taken serious. So that is one of the that is one of the, like, is it non-negotiable to have a system. Now let's move on to the next page. And another thing is that, okay, let's go on. Who is this class for? Yeah, I need to like emphasize the value of this class, because this class is not just something that I just sat down and I'm just thinking in my head that what should I talk about. This is something that's going to make a shift for you in your social media management business. You have to start to think like a business owner. Stop taking yourself as a freelancer or somebody that is just, working for clients. You don't have a system. Even if you don't have a team, act like you have a team, so that you'll be, even brands that want to work with you later in your business, they will take you more serious. So this class is for you if you've started managing clients, but it feels chaotic. If you repeat the same task every time, you write emails, the same emails every time, you repeat the same templates to clients, you have to customize this template for this client, do this one, and then you do it repetitively, and it's becoming something that is overwhelming for you. You are tired of looking like a beginner. You are tired of looking like somebody that is still a beginner. If you've been a social media manager for the past 3 4 years, stop calling yourself a beginner. You are an expert. In fact, 3 4 years is a month. If you've been a social media manager for the past 1 year, you are not a beginner. You're already a professional. Because how long does it even take for you to become a professional? It's by you being consistent at what you do. Now, let's see. You want to organize your process like a professional. This class is for you. You want to attract premium clients with confidence. This class is for you. So if you are thinking about it, why should I attend this class? If you read all of these things that I just put down here, and then you feel that your answer is yes to everything that I just mentioned, make sure that you listen attentively, because I'm going to be teaching you right from real life experiences. Now let's move on. I hope I don't take your time today, really. Okay, what happens when you don't have a system? Now, you can just say that, oh, do I really need a system? What do I even need a system for as a social media manager? I can just work with a client and then move on. I can just, work with multiple clients and then move on with my business. Now, let me explain to you why you should have a system. What happens when you don't have a system? For example, here's what no one tells you exactly. Your clients get confused. They get confused as to, if you send them something today, and then you maybe probably you are sending them a like an onboarding form, and then they receive the onboarding form, they don't even know why they need to fill the onboarding form, because they do not even understand the reason for the onboarding form. If you don't have the information to give to them to be able to back up that, oh, you need an onboarding form, so that you'll be able to, write every information that I need about your brand, so that I can create the right content for you. If you don't tell them that, they will be confused. If you don't have a process that, okay, after I send you my invoice, I'm going to be sending you a contract, I'm going to be sending you an onboarding form, I'm going to be sending you content planner, I mean content calendar, I'm going to be creating content, I'm going to be sending you the content strategy. If you are not giving clients all of these procedures, it gets them confused, and then they'll be like, what is happening? Like, they can easily think that you are not serious about your business. Now, you forget to invoice to get paid late, or get paid late, because you don't have a system. For me, what I do is that I have like a reoccurring invoice that I already set in place, whereby every end of the month, and I need to send to all of my clients. Sometimes when I don't even remember to send it, I already automate it, that it sends to my clients at the right time, without me even have to be doing it manually. So you can do all these things. All these things are, they are simple tasks that you can easily do once, instead of doing it repeatedly and wasting your time, wasting your energy, and wasting your having mental stress on things that you can easily do without you being there. That's why you can automate things. That is why it is your work. See, your work as a social media manager is, apart from the social aspect of it, is that you should be able to know how to use all of these tools that you need, know how to send the right invoice, how to automate your invoice, how to send the right emails, how to send the right template, the right words. If you are very good with words, and then you are good with the right marketing, you can have a client that will be with you for as long as you want, because they know that, they feel like you are already part of their business. It doesn't feel like you are working for them. It feels like you are working with them. And that is what a lot of clients want. They want you to be like, oh, this person is part of my business. They don't want it to be like, oh, I have a staff and I'm paying this person. I have somebody on my team and I'm just paying this person. No, you have to appear like their win is your win, their fall is your fall. As a social media manager, that is part of your job. And another thing is that What happens when you don't have systems? You don't look credible. You look like you're confused. How is a confused person going to help somebody that is already confused to put organize their business? It's not going to work. You burn out doing everything manually. Like you get burnt out. No one wants to pay top dollar to someone who looks like they are still figuring it out. That's the truth. How do you raise your price? How do you raise your charges when you don't have a system? Trust me, I tell my student that one of the reasons why a lot of you guys have imposter syndrome. I mean, I'm talking about to my students. Like I'm trying to say it the way I said it to them, that one of the reasons why you have imposter syndrome is because you are not confident about your skills. That is why you feel that you are not worthy of the prices or the charges you are telling your clients. And if, for example, they pay you that amount, then you start to get scared. You start to be like, oh, did they just pay me that? Will I be able to deliver? Then you start to get afraid. But trust me, when you have a system, you don't have to go through all of that because you already know you have a checklist. What am I doing next? After the discovery call, what goes next? This is the my invoice, my contract goes next. After this, them signing the contract, my invoice is paid. They send me that, and what goes next? I send this, I send that. All of this checklist, you have it already in place, and then you are following it to the T. You guys, you are going to, if you've been working hard, you've been doing a lot of things manually before. If you try this workflow that I'm just sharing with you, you guys, you'll be amazed at your results. You even be amazed that you have space for more clients. That's why a lot of people, I don't want to digress, but there's something that I realized, that a lot of people are not able to work with so many clients. I remember when it was just me on my team. Then it was just me in my business, and I was always like, oh, how do I do it? How do I do it? I had I think about 6 or 7 clients, me, only me. And I had a client I was posting for from Monday till Sunday, like 365 days in a year, you guys. How I was able to pull that out, I still cannot fathom it in my head. But my point is that, do you know that when I had this system and I put this system in place, you guys, it made my work, um things that I do for, let's say for example, I work and create content for on Sundays. I create content on Sundays, on Mondays, and on Tuesdays for different clients. You will not believe how I was able to cut that content creation time to like barest minimum, because I already have like a content pillar that I use for each client. It doesn't matter what you're doing. I mean, it doesn't matter what each client is doing. That content calendar is, I mean, the content pillar, it helps so much because I know that no matter what you do, your content must be entertaining. Your content must be educating. Educative. Your content must be it must be something that is giving value. So I made it into different what is it called, content pillar, that no matter the client, your content must revolve around my pillars. I hope you understand. It saved me lots and lots and lots of time and lot of, headache and mental stress. And for social media managers, what you think is that because you're a social media manager, you work online, oh, everybody preach online that as a social media manager, you can always you have your time to yourself, you are free, freedom of this, freedom of that. But you guys, I will have to be truthful to ourselves. It's not completely like that though, you guys. Sometimes, do you know that the address that I have worked as a social media manager is actually, I mean, the address that I have worked is being a social media manager, you guys. I'm telling you, even in as much as I'm running my own business, I like that freedom that we all preach, that oh, you are free to do this. You are not actually free, because if you don't have a system, you are not free. Don't be deceived. If you don't have a system, it means that you're just working for somebody somewhere. Somebody's like calling the shot for you, and then you have to follow it. You're not going to have any boundary. People are not going, your clients are not going to have any boundaries. And then you have to work, like your clients are the one calling the shots, then you have to walk through their processes because you do not have a workflow. Right. Now let's move on. I hope you guys are still here. So I want you to drop a comment so that I can see that you are listening. Just drop any comments, maybe just say hi, 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 so that I will know that you're listening. Now let's move on to the four systems every social media manager needs. Now, if you are able to get this system, now why am I teaching this particular yeah, I can call it a master class because this is almost a master class because it is free. And then now that based on the fact that I have a content system and a what is it called, a pro social media manager client and content kit for social media managers. It consists of 18 bundles, template bundles that social media managers can use to streamline their workflow and then to make them, appear more professional and also be more organized. You have everything that you need as a social media manager. Trust me, even if you are a beginner social media manager and you can lay hold on this my pro social media manager client and content kit, any client that you work with, we imagine that you've been working 5 years before because of the professionalism, the creativity, and also the way the template is also designed. Now, let's move on. Now, this first system that every social media manager needs is that the reason I'm actually teaching this class is because somebody dropped a comment that is not able to afford my social media manager client and content kit because it's about $55. And he said he's not, I don't know whether it's a he or she. The person just said that he's not able to afford it. That can I share like a checklist that social media managers need that they can actually create by themselves without even if they cannot afford my pro social media manager kit. Now, this is why this class is important for you. So if you are a social media manager, you are listening to me right now, grab your pencil. I mean, grab your pen and your notepad and write because you guys not gatekeeping. I don't know how to gatekeep. That's the problem that I have. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I know that this is going to help you. Trust me, you guys, it's going to help you. Now, grab your paper, grab your pencil, grab your journal, and then let's talk. Now, I have the four core system you need as a social media manager. Now, if you are able to build these four systems, you'll be able to change your whole business from 0 to 100. You have an onboarding system, you have a content creation system, you have a client communication system, and then you have offboarding system. Now, if you have these four key systems, trust me, you guys, you have what it takes to run a social media manager business, not just a social media management not just a social media manager's what is it called, like a freelancer. Nope, it's going to be a business, like a major business, like an agency. Exactly. If you have this system in place, this is the system that you're going to be rinsing and repeating for every client that you have, for your even for your team members that are joining you, because this is what you're going to be sharing with them to share with your clients. Right. Now let's move on. Onboarding system, that's your proposal, your contract, your welcome kit. You'll be able to send all those automatically. Now, for example, if a client, your onboarding system is probably, not even probably, it is a client reach out to you, and then your client is already done your discovery call, booked the call with you, and then you've agreed. Now, sometimes when you've agreed with the client can tell you that, oh, I can start to work with you now because, I think we're a good fit. I want to start to work with you. What should I do next? Now, the reason why it is good to make sure that during the discovery call, you make sure that you finish everything, like you complete the important things that you know that you need from the client, especially to know if you are a good fit. Make sure that you ask the client that, based on this call, do you think you are going to move forward with working with me, something like that. And then you'll be able to know whether you'll be able to work with the client. Now, if the client says yes, then you know what to do next. You are going to be sending a proposal. Now, what is going to be in your proposal? Your proposal is going to have your deliverables. What are the things that you're going to be doing for the client? What are the things that you're going to be helping the client to achieve? How is those things going to help this client to move from point A to point B and then be able to get the results? How are they going to get their ROI from hiring you? What are the things that they get when they start to work with you? Now, this is what you put in your proposal. Of course, you include your charges and then they see your deliverables. And the next thing you send to them is contract. What is the contract? The contract is going to be something that, like a document, where they are able, is all of these things that I'm mentioning are already done for you in my pro social media manager client and content kit. They are already created. Now, your contract involves, I'll be posting for you at this time. I'll be creating content for you at this time. You cannot send me emails at this time. I'm going to be able to if you don't want to work with me again as a new client, and then you are maybe after 3 months you are tired of working with me, or you want to move forward with somebody else, make sure that you inform me 10 days before letting me go, so that I can prepare myself mentally and emotionally or whatever, so that they know. Because if you don't put all of these things in your contract, your client can just come to you anytime, any day, and tell you that you guys I'm tired of working with you. Move away or something like that. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Now, all of this information must be in your contract. Another thing is your welcome kit. Your welcome kit is already done for you. I already done all of that in the template. Your welcome kit consists of the things, the welcome pack, the emails that they will get, the first welcome email, what they will get, then they will get different, you have all of these templates already done for you. And this is the procedure. I mean, the process rather. This is the process that you follow each of these templates. Now, up to the next one, content creation system. In your welcome kit, of course, there's going to be um like a letter headed document where you let them know that, oh, I'm going to be doing this for you. You have to keep repeating the things that you're going to be doing for them, because sometimes some clients can forget, or they can feel entitled to get more from you than you discussed. So you have to keep repeating your deliverables in each, like in most of the emails. All of these are already done for you in the pro social media manager client and content kit. Now, let's move on to the next content creation system. Handles, planning, approvals, edit, and delivery. This has to do with you asking for, what is it called? Approvals. How are you going to be doing it? Is it going to be content creation? You create content and then you send to them, and then you ask your client to um approve it, or they don't need approval. They just want you to create content and then share. There are some clients like that. I've had a client that told me that, oh, Natasha, what I want from you is just to be posting. I just want my page to be active online. I don't have a goal. The only goal that I have is to be showing up consistently. I don't want to sell anything. In fact, these people I'm talking about, they are like a gamer company. They do all these games, like, what is it called? Like a car race, something like that. They said they just want to be consistent online, so that when people search for them through probably Google or whatever, they can appear. And that was their goal. Now you have to know, and they didn't require me that I send content to them for them to approve. They just tell me, you can make research and we just trust your work and all of that. Some clients are like that. And some clients will tell you, they will look at your content to the T. They will just want to know the things, your captions. They want to know if you're writing in their voice, if they are writing in their, all of those things are there. If you don't have a good content creation system, you are going to be messing up. All of these things will not happen in the next 4 5 days. You can use the next 30 days prepping and getting ready for clients, getting ready to post. Your first post will not even go live. Excuse me, guys. Right. So now, my point is that if you have a system, the system that you have will it will streamline your workflow, and then it will make sure that you are delivering value, you are making them understand every step of the way without wasting time, right? Because I can't imagine a client paying you and then not getting probably the first post in next at least maybe 5 days. You don't have to wait for 30 days for the first post to go live, right? Now let's move on. Client communication system. You should have a client communication system. Maybe your messages, if you want to be keeping your messages on emails, if you want to be using Slack, if you want to be using DMs, WhatsApp, whatever it is that you want to reach out to each other, so that you know where exactly to reach out to your clients. You don't expect that you message your client in your DM. Maybe you already agreed that we're messaging each other on DM, and then you check your WhatsApp, your client is there. You check your email, your client is there. You don't have boundary. You because until you are able to let your client know that this is the only this is the only communication platform that I want us to both use. You did not communicate that to your client will be appearing to you anyway. At 3 a.m. your client can send a message to you that she got a content idea and then she wants you to implement it, right? There must be boundaries. And how can you make sure that there's boundaries? Is only if you have a system, you guys. Another thing is that offboarding system. Send final reports, that's exit survey and upsell offers. That has to do with you sending monthly analytics, all of that, and also upsell offer. What are you going to be selling to them? Maybe if you're not working together again, and then you want them to, maybe they already agree that you guys are not working together again, you are moving on. What are the things that you can sell to them? They need to contact you for calls, strategy calls? Are you doing any, what is the long-term plan that you have for your clients? Because sometimes your client may not need your services, but they will need you to teach them how to do the things that you do for them. Is also a service, and then you should charge for it, right? So let's move on. Systems equals trust, and trust equals premium clients. Everybody talks about premium client. I want premium client. Are you a premium social media manager? Please comment yes if you are. I need to know that you guys are listening. Comment yes. Comment yes. Of course, I'm going to be answering your questions soon. Okay, so let's move on. I don't want to lose my train of thought. That's why. The key document that build trust. Now, 5 simple documents that create a premium experience. That's the discovery call form. Now, what is your discovery call form for? Your discovery form is for you to be able to weed out time wasters. There are some clients that contact you and then they will be like, oh, for me, I'm going to be talking based on my own experience because I am a social media manager. And if I'm teaching you, I should be able to talk based on my own experience. So let me try to use my own experience. I have a client discovery call form. It's like a mini form that you get before you book a call with me. Now, what I did is that I try to make sure to be able to what's the word? To be able to weed out time wasters. Do you know that whenever I put my charges are this, right? Are you able to move forward with the call? Then they are like, yes. So if you don't click yes, guess what? You will not be able to move forward. You will not be able to move forward with the call. You'll not be able to book a call with me. Then again, I ask again that what is your budget for this service? Now, if somebody that booked a call with me and for social media management, and then I asked you that what is your budget for this call? I mean, for this service, which is me handling your social media. What is your budget? And then you put $100 per month. You guys, is it worth me having a meeting with that kind of a person? Is it worth me having a discovery call with that kind of a person? No, heck no. I'm not going to have a meeting with you. I'll just look at it and be like, I've heard. You will not even be able to book the call, right? So my point is that discovery call form has been able to help me to weed out time wasters, right? Another thing is that you have a proposal deck or PDF, something like that, where you are sending that is what you'll be sending to them after the call and after they've decided. I wonder why I didn't bring water. And after they've decided to work with you, then you send your contract plus invoice. You know, the invoice is very important. They pay you before service. See, I say this to my students a lot. Don't wait for your client to pay you after working. No, 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 no. They pay you before service, especially during the very first month. So you send your contract, your invoice. After they sign your contract, they've paid your invoice, and then they send you an email. Then you send a welcome email, and then you send onboarding guide. Now, then the kickoff form, that's the onboarding form, and then the content brief. So what you can do is that when you create these ones, if you're not, if you don't want to buy my, what is it called? My content kit right now, what I would advise is that when you create this um all of these things that I've just mentioned, if you create it once, you can use it for every single client. All you have to do is just make sure that it is an editable template, right? So that you can use it for, you don't have to keep creating each form for each client, creating each form from, nope, it is already been done. Plug and play. All you have to do is just create it once and rinse and repeat, instead of doing it repetitively and wasting your time, because you already have a system. So let's move on. So this is the full system workflow, which is from discovery call to proposal plus contract, onboarding, of course, proposal plus contract plus invoice. I missed that. Then onboarding, packet sent, content strategy call. That is when you've already created a content strategy, and then you are trying to see that you are on the same page. You can up on a call with your client so that you can decide on that. Then content calendar, you shared it. Then weekly check-ins plus monthly reports. It depends on the plan that your client is with you. For me, I don't do weekly check-ins with my client. I don't have that time. What I do is monthly check-ins, and we will discuss about the monthly report. That is like, it's not even for every client. It's for my premium client that they have access to that. So you can create your own what is it called? You can create your own package for each client. Then final month onboarding, offboarding email. Use this flow to map out your own process, and then stick to it, and then use it repeatedly. Right. So let's move to the next. I forgot to bring water, and my throat is getting so dry, you guys. Oh my god. So let's start. What's one system or document you've been avoiding but really need to create? This is a very important question, you guys. I had to, because, and one of the reason I asked this is because there are some people that are saying that, oh, I don't have a system. Oh, I don't know where to start from. Oh, I want to buy your kit. Oh, all of those things. I really need to know your thought process. What is that one system or a document that you know that you have been avoiding, but you know that you need to create it? Drop it in the comments. Let's see, and I'll reply you live. I'm waiting. What is that one system or document that you know that you have been putting off, but you need it as a social media manager? For me, back in the days, I remember that it was a content calendar. I hate to create content calendar because in my mind, I used to think that I have to create content calendar for each client, and then I'll start to work. You guys, I'll start to imagine creating 30-day content calendar for each client. Do you know how crazy that was? I'll start to, create content, and then I was like, you want to impress your new client, to be creating content, I'll be thinking, researching, doing a lot of things, every week with no plan. But now, you guys, it's non-negotiable for me. Okay, let's see. Please, can you kindly mention what is included in your kit? Okay, of course. Okay, I have in the kit. I have the kit is also divided into the four. I wish I can share my screen to show you. Let me see. Mm. Okay, let me try to share my screen. For me, it's a content calendar too. You guys, I cannot even imagine me creating content calendar every time like I used to before. I can't. I can't do that. You almost go crazy. Um, Screen share. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay. So this is the kit. I hope you can see my screen. Okay, I think you can see it. Hmm. YouTube. Okay, yeah. So this is the kit. You have the client welcome packet. You have the social media management onboarding form. You have the access request guide. So the access request guide is for you to ask for to show clients how to securely share their social media logins to you. You have to, if you click on each of these things, you'll be able you it will lead you to each of these templates. Then you have the welcome email template, you have the social media management contract, you have the invoice template. Then the section 2 is for strategy and planning, which involves social media content strategy template, content strategy questionnaire, hashtag and SEO research, content calendar. Section 3 involves client management and sales through tools, social media management proposal, and all of. I don't want to be going into all of this so that I do not waste your time. But that is basically what it is what is on the Pro Social Media Manager client and content kit um what is it called? Yeah, exactly what is there. So I hope you are able to see. I hope I'm able to answer your question, Abby Imburu. Right. Okay. I think I have to stop sharing first. Okay. Right. I hope I'm able to answer your question. I think we're on the sixth slide. Nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Here. So somebody said, no, it's not displaying on my hand. Ah, wow. Maybe that's the network. Mine is content strategy and content calendar. Imagine you don't have to keep creating content calendar from the scratch, content strategy from the scratch, because it's already done for you. And all you have to do is just do it once and then repeat the process. Like do it once and then it's going to be editable and then keep doing it, right? I also start and not finish it, especially if I'm creating on Notion. I still can't navigate Notion. Yeah, Notion is not as complicated as you think, because a lot of people, the reason I don't personally use Notion again is because most of my clients, they find it difficult to use. And I think I'm still going to be having a class. Hi guys, just say yes if you can hear me. The internet went completely off. I don't think I'm still connected. I'm not sure. Just say yes if you can hear me. Anyway, so drop it in the comment, then I'll reply live, or share with which of these four systems you already have in place. Yeah, you can also share which of the four systems that you have in place. So let's move on to the meanwhile, I have about 2 more minutes to answer questions. Do you have any more questions before I move on to the next slide? Any more questions before I move on to the next slide? Any more question? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to the next slide. Um How to set this up without stress. What you can do is that make this simple by, using templates instead of starting from the scratch for every time that you want to talk to each client. Another thing is that you repeating your process. Don't customize for every client. I need you to know that no matter how much you think you want to impress the client, if you already have a system, follow it. Follow through with the template that you already have. Just edit them and then make sure that they appear professional, right? And one of these reasons that you should get my pro social media client and content kit is because all of these have already been done for you. You don't have to be cracking your head and trying to design them on Canva, doing all of that. It is already done. All you have to do is just copy, click, make a copy, edit for your clients, and submit and send. That's it. That's it. All of this is just for um $55. So another thing is that using Notion, Canva, or Google Docs, no fancy software needed. You can do all of this by yourself. You don't even need to go overboard. You can do it by yourself. If you have the time to do it, you can use Canva and do it by yourself. That is if you don't have time and then you cannot afford the um content kit. But if you know that you can afford it, it is a very good investment for you. Even creators buy from me. I mean, even creators that are not social media managers, because they need a flow. They need a workflow. When brand asks them to submit this, they have the things to do. Right. Now you set it once and then use it as many times as possible. So that's it. If you are ready to systemize your social media manager business, what you can do. If you cannot, if you don't want to get the social media manager client and content kit yet, you can book a one-on-one strategy call with me. If you need a personalized experience, you want me to teach you how to use it, how to use all of these tools, all of these templates, step by step, when to use it, how to um differentiate your packages for different clients, then you can book a one-on-one strategy call with me. I'm going to be including a link to book the call in the description box so that you can do that. You can also grab the Pro Social Media Manager client and content kit. Also, everything that I've shown you includes everything that I showed you already. You can also get it on the link in the description box also. Meanwhile, you can also join my YouTube membership for exclusive training and question and answers just like this one. If you have a system, then you can scale quickly. You will not remain a social media manager freelancer for a long time because you are able to scale. Don't wait to build yours also. If you know they can do it by yourself, start running your business like an actual business. Running your business like an actual business is important for you so that you can be a brand on your own. This if you're a social media manager and then you know that this class has blessed you, or all of my class has blessed you, make sure that you like this video, comment, and make sure that you subscribe so that you can encourage me. I'm going to be coming live every day in August. So this is the day 2. You guys, I need your encouragement so that I can come live as much as possible, because when I see the numbers, it encourages me to do more, right? So, and also before you go, make sure that you comment um under the under this post, I mean under this live replay. You can drop a comment there or even right now so that I know a particular topic that you want me to talk on. If you have any topic that you want me to speak on during this lives, I'm going to be coming live all through August. So you can drop it in the comments so that I can work on it and then talk about it with you guys. It's been so great speaking with you guys, and I hope that you had an amazing time. Please just say yes in the comment so I know that you are listening to me. Say yes in the comment that you had an amazing time. I need to see that you had an amazing time. I need to know that you had an amazing time. But it's okay, you guys. It's been so great speaking with you guys, and I'm happy that I'm able to teach from all of the things that I've learned and my experiences. Thank you for showing up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. Bye.